Welcome back to the channel Coins Buyers, where coins come to life and every cent could be worth a fortune. If you've ever held onto a random penny in your pocket, you might just be carrying history, and possibly hundreds of dollars, without even knowing it. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of US coin collecting with a special focus on the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that could be hiding a massive treasure. We're talking about a coin that has shocked collectors with its current market value reaching up to $543. Yes, that's right, a single penny worth over $500. But before we get into why this coin is so valuable, let's take a look at the legacy of the Liberty coins, the 1983 pennies' unique features, and how you can spot rare and error coins in your own collection. So grab your magnifying glass and get ready, because this is one ride through American numismatic history you won't want to miss. The rich history of Liberty coins. Let's begin by understanding the legacy of Liberty coins. The word, Liberty, has been a cornerstone of American coinage since the birth of the United States Mint. From the earliest copper cents in 1793 to the designs we see today, Liberty has symbolized the freedom, independence, and ideals that define America. In fact, almost every U.S. coin in history has featured the word Liberty. From the Liberty Head large cent to the iconic Mercury dime and the walking Liberty half-dollar, this word has remained a powerful symbol on every denomination. When we talk about the Lincoln Cent series, which began in 1909 to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, the word Liberty is boldly inscribed just to the left of his profile. And in coins like the 1983 Lincoln Cent, that tradition continues, reminding us of our nation's enduring values. But even more fascinating than its patriotic message is what lies beneath its copper-plated surface, a secret worth hundreds of dollars. The 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin, a hidden treasure. Now let's talk about the star of today's video, the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin, minted in Denver. At first glance, it looks like any other penny. It features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the word Liberty, the date 1983, and the mint mark D just below the year. On the reverse, the classic Lincoln Memorial design stands strong. But here's what sets this coin apart. In 1982, the US Mint made a major change. They switched from using 95% copper planchets to zinc coins with a thin copper plating due to rising copper prices. By 1983, all pennies were supposed to be made with the new zinc composition. However, rare errors and anomalies occurred, and some 1983 pennies were accidentally struck on older copper planchets, weighing 3.11 grams instead of the expected 2.5 grams. These are extremely rare, and when found in excellent condition, collectors are willing to pay big bucks. Up to $543 or even more depending on the grade and authenticity. So how do you know if your 1983 penny is worth that much? We'll get to that in just a moment. Now let's talk about the tools and techniques you need to identify if your coin is one of the valuable ones. Check the weight. A genuine 1983 Lincoln Cent should weigh 2.5 grams. But if your coin weighs around 3.1 grams, then you might be looking at a rare copper planchet error. Use a precise digital scale to measure the weight. Examine the mint mark and date. Look closely for doubling, especially around the date 1983 and the mint mark D. Some error coins show doubled dies, which are highly valuable to collectors. Look for surface bubbles due to the zinc core and copper plating. These pennies often develop small bubbles on the surface over time. But if your 1983 coin is smooth and coppery, it might be from a leftover copper planchet. A copper coin won't stick to a magnet, but neither will a zinc one, so this is just a secondary test. The weight and visual inspection are your primary tools. Professional grading. If you believe you have a rare or error coin, send it to a certified grading company like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade error 1983 penny can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars at auction. Real market value and circulation worth. Here comes the exciting part. While most 1983 pennies are worth just face value, 1 cent, a rare copper planchet error coin in mint condition has sold for over $543, and even higher in MS66 or MS67 grades. Even if it isn't one of the ultra-rare types, coins with minor doubling, off-center strikes, or mint-made errors can still command between $5 and $100 depending on condition and demand. So always check your pocket change, coin jars, and old rolls. Your next valuable coin might be hiding in plain sight. And now, let's turn it over to you. Have a coin you're curious about? Want to know if that old penny you found might be worth something big? Write the year and mint mark of your coin in the comments section below, and I'll personally reply with its estimated value based on the latest market prices. Whether it's a 1983 D penny or something even rarer, this community is here to help you uncover the hidden gems in your collection. So don't be shy, drop your coin info down below, and let's uncover the mystery together. The 1983 D Liberty 1-cent coin is a perfect example of why coin collecting is so thrilling. It proves that even the most ordinary coins can carry incredible stories and incredible value. Always weigh your coins. Look closely for errors and doubling. Never overlook that old change sitting in your drawer. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover history and hidden money right in your pocket. Thanks for watching. And until next time, happy hunting and may your next coin be a jackpot. We're diving into the history, hidden value, and rare secrets behind a seemingly ordinary coin, the 1980 Liberty 1-cent United States coin. Yes, that little penny in your change jar might actually be worth hundreds, possibly even more. So grab your magnifying glass and stay tuned, because this video is packed with historical gems, expert tips on spotting rare errors, and real market values you won't believe. Let's wind the clock back to 1980, a year of transition and significance in American coinage. The 1980 Liberty 1-cent coin, more commonly known as the Lincoln cent, features the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse front. This design was created by Victor David Brenner, a Lithuanian immigrant and talented engraver, and it has been in use since 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. What makes the 1980 version special? It was minted at a time when the United States was experiencing inflation and changes in metal composition. Copper was becoming too expensive for everyday coins, so 1980 was one of the last years that pennies were made with 95% copper and 5% zinc. This makes it more valuable than post-1982 cents, which are mostly zinc with a copper coating. There were 3 major mint marks in 1980. Each version has its own story and potential for collectors. Now, here's where things get exciting. You may have a 1980 Liberty cent in your pocket right now, but could it be rare or even a valuable mint error? Double die errors. Look closely at the date, or the word, Liberty, or In God We Trust. If the letters look slightly doubled or have shadows, that could mean a double die. One of the most collectible errors, off-center strikes. Coins that weren't properly centered during minting are rare and often worth big money. Die cracks or cuds. These are raised lines or bumps caused by cracks in the dies that struck the coin. They can make a simple penny into a prized error coin. Wrong planchet errors. In some extremely rare cases, coins are struck on the wrong type of metal blank. For example, a 1980 cent struck on a dime planchet could be worth hundreds or even thousands. High-grade condition. Even without errors, if your coin is in mint state, MS65 or higher, it could sell for a surprising amount at auction. And now for the part you've all been waiting for. What is the current market value of the 1980 Liberty 1-cent coin? Circulated coins. In average condition, a 1980 penny is still worth about 1 cent. However, because of the high copper content, the melt value is closer to 2 to 3 cents depending on copper prices. High-grade coins, in MS65 condition or better, the value can jump to $5 to $20 or more. Rare error coins, these are the real jackpot. A 1980D double die can sell for $150 to $300. An off-center error could fetch $100 to $500. Proof coins from San Francisco in perfect condition can be worth $50 to $100, and the highest auction price for a 1980 Liberty 1 cent in pristine MS67 red condition has reached a staggering $769. Yes, you heard that right. $769 for a single penny. From 1980! That's why collectors are on the hunt every day, searching through old jars, rolls of pennies, and coin shows, hoping to strike copper gold. The term Liberty coin comes from the proud tradition of including the word liberty on nearly every U.S. coin ever minted. It symbolizes the core value of the nation. Since the birth of American coinage in the late 1700s, liberty has been a staple word engraved into our currency. From the flowing hair large cents of the 1790s to today's modern coins, collectors have always had a fascination with coins that represent freedom and patriotism. But here's the twist. Many so-called common Liberty coins have recently soared in value. Why? Because of growing interest in numismatics, the coin collecting community, and rising metal values. The market is now flooded with collectors eager to find mint-state coins and rare errors from the 20th century. Drop a comment below with the year and mint mark of any Liberty coin you own, especially pennies, and I'll reply with its estimated current value. 1980 penny. I'll tell you if it's worth just 1 cent, or if it might be worth hundreds. Our channel is building a community of smart collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers just like you. So don't be shy, share what you found, and let's explore their stories together. The 1980 Liberty 1-cent coin may look small, but its story is massive. From its deep copper core to the possibility of rare mint errors, this coin continues to hold value. Not just in money, but in history. So next time you see a 1980 penny, look twice. Because what looks like pocket change could be your next big payday. Like this video if you learned something new. Comment below with your coin year and mint mark, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into coin treasures hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Today, you're about to discover the incredible story behind a seemingly ordinary coin that could turn out to be a hidden treasure in your pocket change. Yes, we're talking about the 1985 Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States. But here's the kicker, some of these coins have sold for as much as $811 in the market. That's right. What was once just a penny has now become a high-value collectible, and it could be lying unnoticed in your piggy bank or coin jar right now. Stick with me, because we're diving deep into the rich and fascinating history of Liberty coins, how to spot rare errors that skyrocket their value, what makes the 1985 Liberty cent worth hundreds of dollars, and how you can find out what your coin is worth today. And don't forget, comment the year and mint mark of your coin down below, and I'll personally reply with its current value. Let's uncover your hidden fortune. The history of Liberty 1-cent coins. The Liberty 1-cent coin has a history rooted in the very foundation of the American identity. First introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth, the Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head penny. But what made this coin revolutionary wasn't just the design, it was the story it told. The word, liberty, which appears prominently on every U.S. cent, is not just decorative. It's a symbol of the nation's commitment to freedom and democracy. Since 1909, every Lincoln penny has featured this powerful word, connecting generations of Americans with a timeless ideal. Fast forward to the year 1985, the U.S. Mint produced over 18 billion Lincoln cents across multiple facilities. But here's the twist, not all 1985 pennies are created equal. Some have rare errors. Some were struck off-center, some on the wrong metal planchet, and a few others were released with double dies. And while most of these 1985 cents are only worth face value, the rare ones have been auctioned for hundreds, sometimes even over $800. Why? Rarity, error types, and pristine condition make all the difference. The true value of the 1985 Liberty 1-cent coin. Let's break down the value. Circulated 1985 pennies typically trade for around 1 to 10 cents. Unless they show unique traits. Uncirculated examples in mint state, MS-65 or higher, can command prices between $5 to $20. But hold on, there's more. Some 1985 pennies with rare errors or exceptional grades have sold for hundreds of dollars, and one particular sale hit $811. That's not a typo, $811 for a single cent. This high-value 1985 penny likely had multiple characteristics that made it a collector's dream: mint state or higher, possibly graded MS-67 or MS-68, double die obverse, an error where the date and lettering appear doubled off center strike, where the coin wasn't perfectly centered when struck, or a wrong planchet error, where the coin was mistakenly struck on a metal blank intended for another denomination. These rare errors are what take a regular coin from pocket change to auction gold. How to identify rare and error coins? You don't need to be an expert to spot a valuable error coin, just a keen eye and a little knowledge. Here's what to look for. Doubling. Check the lettering and date on your coin. If they appear fuzzy or doubled, you might have a double die error. Off center strike. Part of the coin design is missing, pushed toward one side. Wrong planchet. If your penny looks lighter, heavier, silver colored, or just weird, it could be struck on the wrong metal. Die cracks or die chips. Look for raised bumps or cracks that shouldn't be there. Mint marks. The letter below the date matters. D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, though no P appears on 1985 cents, and S for San Francisco. The mint location can affect value, especially in rare runs. Use a 10x magnifying glass to inspect your coins carefully. You'd be shocked at what you might find. The 1985 penny in circulation. Today, why many people ask, is my 1985 penny still in circulation? Absolutely, millions are. But here's the catch: most people don't know what they're holding. The value of your 1985 Liberty 1-cent coin depends on three main factors. Condition: the better preserved it is, the more valuable. Mint mark: check if it has a D, Denver, or no mark, Philadelphia. Some mints had lower quality control. Rarities/error: even a small minting flaw can make it extremely valuable. Collectors, dealers, and even average people like you have discovered 1985 pennies worth hundreds simply because they took a second look. That $811 sale wasn't a fluke. It was a collector who knew what they were looking for. Drop a comment below with the year and mint mark of your coin, for example, 1985 D or 1985 no mint mark, and I'll reply with its estimated value. Whether it's a coin from 1985 or any other year, I'll help you figure out if it's common, or something worth showcasing at your next coin show. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for weekly videos on rare coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures. To wrap it all up, yes, that humble 1985 Liberty 1-cent coin might just be worth hundreds of dollars. Maybe even $811 or more. But only if you know what to look for. So take a closer look at your change. Pull out that coin jar. You never know, the next great American coin discovery could be sitting in your pocket right now. Until next time, happy hunting. And remember, every coin tells a story. Yours might just tell a fortune.